So let them know just who you are real quick.
Who I am. I guess most people know me by Nuno of VLP or Vocal Productions. And I'm not sure of my role these days. I'm a rapper, engineer, master mixer, producer. I also do graphics. Used to promote shows and throw shows and all that. So I don't know. I am whatever I am on any given day.
Alright, that's when did you start?
I was about 16. The story's kind of stupid, but I was good at English class. You know, I was writing it. One day I just wrote something really stupid, and every line ended with bitch. And at that time, I was like, hey, that kind of rhymes, bitch and bitch. And I just wrote some stupid like poem. People laughed at it. I was like, hey, I'm also funny, and I just started like writing stupid raps just to be funny. I had no rhythm though whatsoever, so that's probably why they were laughing. That's pretty much it. That's where I started. Then I decided to just go get a $10 mic that plugged into the front of my computer, and I got a bootleg copy of Acid Pro 4.0. Started doing stuff from there. Just dumb stuff though. Nothing really kicked off for a while, man.
So about what year did you say that was?
That, man, I was about 16, so 26 now. It's almost like 10 years ago. What was 10 years ago? 2002?
Yeah. 2002?
Yeah, around there. Yeah,
really?
A long time ago.
Alright, so what inspires you? What makes you what keeps you going?
What inspired me initially was I liked hearing what real people had to say about real stuff. I was in the bone because they were like talking about their life and how crazy, you know, they were living. You know, it might not appeal to everybody or, you know, apply to everybody, but they were talking about what they were doing. You know, and then I got into Tupac, and, you know, he had a life, and he's really, you know, he pretty much passed away at the age I'm at, and I didn't live like that, you know.
Yeah.
But I just got into that kind of thing, and so once I got into that, I started, you know, hearing different types of rap, got into that whole metaphor, simile, punchline rap with Chamillionaire and all them, and that's pretty much like where I'm influenced mostly. Nowadays, what keeps me going is hearing people like Big Crit, even J. Cole, or who else do I listen to? Hobson, people that speak their minds, but they still got that crazy
They go that flow and
yeah,
lyricism on
they come
it.
with, yeah, it's not that basic, you know, I got a catchphrase every time, you know, because I was into like No Limit forever. Everybody was saying, oh, I even had my own No Limit chain for a little while, you know. I finally melted that down for the money it was worth. That was a good call last year. But yeah, so I basically keep myself going, listening to what's out there that I can relate to as far as making decent music, you know?
Alright.
Yeah.
So about how much work to this day have you put in? Like as far as CDs, albums, mixtapes, beats, whatever the fuck you done for anyone else. What
guess
you done for yourself?
CDs that I've personally had something to do with, I'd say where I'm about 15 to 20 deep, and most people haven't heard like 10 of them, you know?
Yeah.
But it just goes back so far. I know I've spit at least 1,000 verses, whether it was 3 on one song or one long verse here and there, features and all that. But here with VLP, we've got about 10 mixtapes / albums going already. You can check all those out at vocalord.com, of course. But yeah, so I mean, there's been a lot, man. The beats, I already started making beats a few years ago, but I'm about 300 to 400 in on that too, and sold a lot of them too, which is shocking because I keep getting better and my prices stay the same. I need to do something about that. Yeah.
Most definitely. So what do you got planned for the rest of 2012?
Man, my initial goal for this year was to finish my album. I haven't done one single solo, all original Nuno of VLP album. I've had like collab efforts and all this, but I haven't done one single album for myself ever. My goal is to finish it, but I don't know. We'll see how that works out. Right now, just working on the Network 3 with Duke Fly, and we got the VLP compilation Volume 4, which should be done by this year. We got some good features. We got Lucky Luciano and Young Black from Boss Hog Outlaws on that thing, so it should be really, really badass CD once it's done.
Really. And a message for anyone out there trying to do it?
Hit us up. I mean, we've all been there, like, from the bottom to the very top and then back down to the middle and trying to figure out where to go from there. Like, whether you need beats, studio time, advice, you need some graphics, or just connections on somebody that knows something. You know, I can play the middleman if I need to be, you know, because, I mean, I've had to find all that stuff for myself, so anybody trying to do it, just do what you can on your own. Don't rely on too many other people, and don't try to carry the weight of other people if they ain't trying to push you. So that's really where it's at.
Alright, and where can we find you at?
Studio, all the time. But if you want to hear the music, you can go to vocalord.com. You can download our VLP music app for Android. You can go to VLPbeats.com if you want to find some production, or you can just find me on Facebook, Nuno of VLP. You can just Google Nuno of VLP and you'll find me somewhere or another. Anything you try to get a hold of me on as far as social networks and all that, I'll get back to you.